Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Fellow attendees, this is a Lost Children.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
If you're just joining us, we are already... He's tried one!
Casado.
Rodrigo. Vinicius Junior. The less said about that pass, the better.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a pretty loose pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Pedri, played out towards the right wing.
Fran Garcia did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Has a shot! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half!
That is a gem! An absolute gem! Barcelona are in front!
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
South Africa finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Koundé. Now Casado. Fermin. He's in plenty of space here.
Up he goes! No mistake!
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Barcelona finding their passes.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Good chance here. Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Spread out to the left. Rafinha. And here's Pedri. Balde picks it up out wide. And he's there to clear it. Sends it crossfield. Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival.
South Africa are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. Pedri does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Approaching the half-hour mark. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Looking for the run. And he's straight offside. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Koundé. Pedri. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Rafinha. And it's Balde.
Fired deep towards the back post.
And it's kept out by a stubborn defence.
Quality ball.
Could move up a gear here. Spread neatly. No way through there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he welcomes it in. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Tries to play it through. Eder Militao. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rodrigo. Chance here to counter. Now that's well seen too. Pedri. It's a really well-measured ball. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
They're taking a moment to consider their options. So, another set play. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pedri. He's looking wide. Rodrigo. Looking for options for movement. And the first 45 minutes are up. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
South Africa really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
And now, I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today. Substitution for South Africa, number 8.
There's the start of the second half.
Coming on the field is...
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
South Africa, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as attack.
Vermeer!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Mbappe. Oh, good spread. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Lewandowski. Shifted it to the flank. Vermeer. It's a promising position. He is just caressing the ball. Valde. An instinctive... It's a mighty effort! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Now it's Rafinha. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe goes for a shot! Goal! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Number 11, Rodrigo! Rodrigo!
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Pedri. Not the most accurate pass. That's good running with the ball.
South Africa may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Played with speed from back to front. Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's been cut out, well played. Great vision. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Can he finish?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pass somewhat off target. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Just about up to 75 minutes. Fran Garcia gets across to intercept that. Casado. Muscular approach does pay off here. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Rafinha. Vinicius Junior is flagged offside.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Pedri. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Fran Garcia gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Threads one in. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
This is the time you need that pace.
South Africa are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Substitution for South Africa.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Eduardo Camavinga.
And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ball looks a good one. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's having a shot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
We are into overtime. Ferran Torres. Rodrigo. Rashford. Distributed tidily. Gets a good foot in there. And that will be it. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
South Africa never really got into this game. I think conceding early as they did seemed to completely undermine whatever had been put in place before they left that dressing room, and they just didn't readjust to it at all.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin.